I am here because I am against family separation. I am against what Trump is doing. He is racist, and a lot of things a lot of Americans do not agree with. This is our country, and we got to make it better for everybody.
So what do you hope that they would do with this event?
That
the country.
The zero tolerance stops, and to be able to change the policy for the immigrations to make it better for everyone. It has been broken down for a long time, and it needs to be fixed.
Yes, the Congress should do something about this.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's take it up. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us why you're here. Give me your attire. You're very good. We need to be reminded of it. Tell us why you're here.
Because families need to be kept together. That's just the point of the matter. And the fact that we have asylum seekers being detained indefinitely in this country when seeking asylum is a human right, that's absolutely ridiculous. That's why we're all here, to keep families together and to keep our government from detaining asylum seekers.
Thank you, especially given the fact that U.S. is our basic principle is
Yes, we're a country built on the idea of freedom, and the fact that we have now made seeking asylum, even attempting to seeking asylum illegal, is so backwards to the very conscience of the country that we live in.
How long have you been here?
Say again?
How long have you been here?
Since about 2:15ish, so about a half hour.
Yeah, we got here at like 2.
All right. Thank you very much. What is our yes?
With him, we got here around 2.
What do you think? What do you hope to accomplish?
Honestly, progress. All we can do is go up from here. So.
All right, thank you.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Why? Can you tell us why you're here?
Trump, that's why I'm here.
Okay. What do you hope to accomplish?
I think he's horrible.
What would you like to see changed?
Him gone, locked up.
Okay.
Pretty good. I like that.
How about no more family? That's what you want, right? No more family detention.
No more anybody detention, and absolutely get those children back where they belong with their families. Imagine taking them away without any plan to get them back. They're not identified, not even a bracelet around their arms like in a hospital. I mean, they did nothing.
When you go to jail, at least you still are assured.
And that's one of the arguments was, well, when people get sent to jail, they're separated from their children. Yes, but they're at home with other family, and there's some notice, and they know where they are. I mean, you can't use that as an excuse. Thank you.
Well, I'm here because I think the situation is awful. The family should not be separated. It's heart-wrenching, and I'm here to lend my voice to support the reunification of these families, which is absolutely critical. And so that's why I'm here.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
This whole crowd, appreciate it. Thank you. Very good.
So are you a journalist?
Why are you here?
I'm here because I believe that no human is illegal.
And also, I like my country. Next question. What do you hope to accomplish?
I feel like standing here today includes solidarity for everybody who stands against what's right and what's wrong. And I feel like the fact that there are us here today and only one Trump supporter over there shows that they're ashamed of themselves and that they know that what they're doing is wrong.
There's definitely a lot of support here. We can see that. And I hope that the Congress will hear this too.
Yeah, I really hope so. I think we're causing enough of a stir that they are. I really do.
Yes. Thank you.
Of course.
Hello.
Hi.
Why are you here today?
Well, we wanted to show our children that it's important to stand up for people who can't do it for themselves. And August and in November.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Hi. Would you care to say a few things about why you're here today?
I'm here because families should not be broken up at the border solely because they're trying to seek asylum. Asylum is not a criminal offense. Asylum is something that our country should really hold dear, because without it, where do these people have to go? We are one of the most developed, rich, wealthy nations in the world. There's no reason we should be turning away the poorest of the poor, the most destitute of the most destitute, the most in danger, the most marginalized in our society.
Especially given the fact that the United States is a nation of immigrants.
That very much so, but in my mind that shouldn't even matter. It comes down to your decency as a human being and seeing the person across that cage, across the fence, and go, that person could be me. I'm on the other side of the fence by sheer luck.
Well, thank you very much. What would you hope to accomplish today?
Best thing that could happen today is for the policy to be ended, for policy to be enacted that sought to reunite these families together, and for the non-criminalization of people seeking asylum. It shouldn't be a criminal offense for somebody to come to this country trying to seek asylum from a nation that is completely ravaged by war or gang violence or even something as simple as domestic violence. They should not be locked in cages. It should be treated civilly as it was in the Obama administration, and then finally, the most important thing that could come from this is a lot of malice towards Marco Rubio and Donald Trump and getting them out of office and restoring sanity back to this country.
Thank you. Why are you here today?
Well, because we don't think families should be separated.
That's a good reason. Yes. What do you hope that Congress would do about it?
Well, they can pass a law that would make that illegal. They can start with that.
Okay. How long did you get here? I mean, how long have you been here?
Impeach Trump!
We just arrived.
Trump!
Just 10 minutes ago.
There's quite a crowd here. Well, thank you very much. No more families for the power. Would you like to say a few things about why you're here today?
I'd like to know that I wouldn't like to be them.
And you don't like to see families being torn apart, huh?
I couldn't even imagine.
Do you think Congress will hear them? Hear us today? All over the country?
All over the country, it's got to be, even if it's just a drop in the ocean, I think we fill all the drops up. More and more drops in.
All right, thank you. And how about you two ladies?
What is
I'd like to ask, why are you here and what do you hope to accomplish?
Because I work with immigrants. I'm a counselor for an adult education English language learner program, and just nicest people I've ever met. Way more ambition than our millennial staff. Sorry, but I mean. They are working 3 jobs while learning English and keeping a roof over their heads and feeding their children. And I can't think of anybody I want living next to me more.
Well, we hope to keep their families together.
Yes.
Hey. Hi. How are you? Good. How are
Hi.
you? Would you like to tell us why you're here today and what do you hope to accomplish?
We are utterly fed up with this administration's hateful policies against immigrants. Particularly today, we're standing up for immigrants, we're standing up for Muslims, but it's hateful towards humans in general. And if you believe in humanity, then you stand with these groups that are suffering, with these families that are being ripped apart. And we're here to express our outrage and our call for justice today. And it's got to end. It's got to end immediately.
I think they're going to hear all the people from all over the country.
I hope so.
I hope so. We want to.
If they don't, we'll scream louder next time.
Yes, we will. We need to end all the deportations. We need to end detention. We need to abolish ICE. All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
We were founded on immigrants. This is wrong, and it needs to stop. It's a terrorist. You're terrorizing families. It has to stop.
Do I have to like say my name or anything?
You don't have to just say, why are you here today, and what do you hope to accomplish?
Well, I just wanted to come out and like support everyone who was doing good work in opposing ridiculous policies that the government has installed both now and in the past, because obviously a lot of people seem to think that the Trump administration is bringing these problems to the light for the first time, which they kind of are, but these problems have always been here. And I just hoped that coming out here people would understand the situation and the seriousness of it, and then want to do, tangible things, direct action, going out and voting, and actively opposing people on all levels that support this kind of thing.
Actually, Obama administration didn't separate families. What they did was they kept women and children within 21 days within the detention. But they kept the family together, and then after 21 days they tried to release them.
Right, but there was still a lot of deportation happening under the Obama administration. I much prefer the previous administration to the current one, but we can't idolize or put previous administrations on a different level of morality, because there are still some gray areas that all of our government has always had to navigate, and they've done so poorly, and it has always been up to the people to show them that. And it's sad that we have to, but that's just the role that we play in our government and civil rights.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Sure, for whom?
This is for WindermereSun.com.
Great.
We're asking for healthy, happy, sustainable living. And
Excellent.
we also have a header. Oh, sorry, that's my thing. We also have categories up in the headers that's jobs and business opportunities for anyone who is looking for jobs and business opportunities.
So I'm here today because I'm against the internment of any peoples anywhere. I'm against fascism, and I am for liberty, justice, equality, and peace.
Wonderful. And there are some people who argue that is there a difficulty if millions of people are going to try to come in through the border? Do you have a good solution for that?
Well,
make their homes better places to live. We help other countries so that they have jobs and income there, and we don't wreck their countries and force them to come here to get cheap labor.
I think you're the first person who mentioned that today, because do you agree that the U.S. is partially responsible for what has been happening in Central America?
absolutely.
The war on drugs alone has caused thousands and millions of dollars of damage to these countries.
And Marco Rubio just had a meeting, this photograph taken and everything, with the right wing of Nicaragua. They're fomenting the revolution in Nicaragua. Not a revolution, a counter-revolution in Nicaragua.
Then that's going to definitely cause a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So by helping them within their own country and eliminate these problems, that would help to reduce the need of these.
Absolutely.
And these families that come here, it's not like they want to leave their homes behind and their families and their friends forever and just live in the United States. If we help those countries, a lot of people will want to return to their homes.
How about you, sir?
What do you think? What do you hope to accomplish today?
Well, today I wanted my voice to be heard on behalf of a lot of people who I think came here for a better life. And one of our ideals and values is that we want to give people the opportunity to work for a better life. And I think these people have shown a willingness to work hard. You know, these aren't people that deserve the way they've been treated, in my opinion. And from what I've seen, I think it's not a good representation of who we are as a country in terms of our spirit and our values. And I think it's very important that we stand up to this. You know, and when you ask why I'm here today, you know, all four of my grandparents in some way or another fought Nazis, and I consider it a family tradition.
Thank you very much.
Let's see. Hey, hello. Hi. Would you like to tell us a little bit about why you're here today? And I'm with WindermereSun.com.
Windermere Sun.
Yes. We're all about healthy, happy, sustainable living.
I'm here because I'm fed up with Trump and his policies and his dishonesty and his hatred for people. That's why I'm here. I can't take it anymore.
All right. And
me too. It's hard for people who are engaged in politics and in their community. It's hard to listen to the news because everything is anti-people, anti-humanity, and I'm tired of it too.
We have a criminal in charge of this country, and it needs to be put to an end
What do you hope to accomplish?
properly.
What would you like to see happening?
Indict Trump. Bring him to task for what he's done and lied about.
And bring families together. There's no reason that families should be separated. You know, children and parents, that's just
So you want to make sure that Congress hear you?
Yes.
Very good.
People need to vote.
Yeah,
They
that's
need to think
important.
and vote their conscience and get other people to vote.
All right. I definitely think there's going to be much more turnout this time. 2018 and 2020. All right. Thank you. What do you think? Why are you guys here today?
We protest the separation of families.
And how about you?
And the caging of children.
What would you like to see done? What would you like to accomplish today?
I would like them to stop doing that. I would like them to go back to having families, processing people and having the families stay in the community until their court date. It was 95% of the families showed up.
All right.
So this is an enormous amount of money, taxpayer money, going for this, and that is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yes. So you're talking about the cash and release program they used to have, right?
Yeah, right. I think that's a terrible name for it. That's how you talk about fish. That's not how you talk about people. And that's part of the whole, everything that comes out of this administration.
It's part of the dehumanizing
And
effort.
as far as they're very, very close to fascists. And this is really skirting with white supremacy as the major prime directive behind all of this.
That's definitely not what the founding principles of our country.
No.
Thank you very much for showing up. It's raining and you all both have prepared with umbrellas.
Yes, we did. All right, good.
Big time! Oh, okay, great. Stop yelling families.
Well, that's the opposite of what we're supposed to do. Get in.
All right. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Now, tell us, why are you guys here? What do you hope to accomplish?
Because there's concentration camps. I mean,
Baby prison. Essentially. Baby prison came into our vernacular.
All immigrant detention is wrong because at the end of the day, all immigrant detention is for the profit of other people, whether it be for the profit of Jew group, for the profit of white nationalists, Rick Scott, anyone, really.
What do you hope to accomplish today?
Well, the main goal is to abolish ICE. I mean, that's the first thing that has to go. We have to treat immigrants like people. We have to make sure that they're treated with respect. They're people who are seeking better lives for themselves, which, according to everybody you talk to, is supposedly the American dream. So why can't immigrants have it?
and it's not like we don't have a lot of space in the United States. It's not like we can't take on a lot more people. We're not like Denmark.
Yeah,
or,
it's interesting to me that someone like Jeff Bezos can have so much money he doesn't know what to do with it, so he's starting a space program, but yet we don't have enough money to take care of immigrants in this country. So, let alone the fact that immigrants work and contribute to the economy and actually contribute more than they take out.
More than Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, more than Jeff Bezos, since he, is a tax evader.
Yeah. So when immigration is up, the economy goes up, and crime also goes down. So immigration is inherently good for our country.
Yeah.
So you would like to see Congress doing something about it, right?
I'd like to see anyone.
Anyone. Literally anyone.
Yeah.
I have a sign here. Rubio, Nelson, and Wasserman Schultz all wanted more border patrol agents. It's on both sides.
Yeah.
It is on both
So we
sides.
really have to talk to everyone about it.
Not the socialist side.
Not the socialist side. Socialists are pro-immigration.
Yes.
It's good to see there's so many people who are so dedicated with umbrellas out here when it's raining. All right. Okay.
Little rain can't stop us.
All right. Would you like to tell us why you're here today?
We're here to speak out about the splitting up of the families and how horrible of an idea that is, and that this is not an American kind of policy that we should be standing still for, not coming out.
Crime against humanity.
Yeah.
What would you like to see happen? Or what would you like to accomplish?
I would like to see the government actually address the problem, both sides, and not continue on with this limbo. I want to see the dreamers have a path to citizenship. I want to see solutions.
So we got to get Congress to get to work.
Exactly. Exactly.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'll do both of you. Okay, start.
Oh, your camera?
Yes, go ahead.
Hey.
Why are you here?
I am here to protest the separation of children and families and to protest the use of the immigration enforcement as a sort of Gestapo force to keep people in line by the government. I don't like it. It didn't work in Germany and it won't work here.
Especially not here.
No.
Oh, because I think it just sucks to take a toddler and put him in a dog kennel made out of chain link fence, and that's just wrong. It's just wrong.
What do you hope to accomplish?
Accomplish?
Yeah.
I get people to vote. That, I mean, that's what's going to do it. People voting.
Well, same here.
And hopefully Congress will hear us. If not, then we're going to have to vote no.
Yes, I think our current government is very dependent on people not voting because if they thought they could get votes, they would not do such things as rely on the Electoral College, ban voters, ban former felons from voting, purge voter rolls, do all sorts of these things and expect us to comply with what they want to say about immigration or anything else.
Inactivity is incorrect.
Yes.
So
they know we won't vote, or they know we won't vote for them. That is why they do these things.
Arrest inertia of motion. With the Parkland shooting, I just saw things change in a way that looked like civil rights from the 1960s, and it was exciting. It was energizing. So and Moisha, he wants things to be good for birds too.
Oh, very good, very good. And your name?
My name is Antonio.
Antonio.
I'm Kathy, and this is Moisha.
Moisha, hi.
Yeah, he's
Moisha
like
is
rocks.
participating. All right, thank you very much. Okay, go ahead.
If you are a Florida resident, register before July 30th to vote in the primary. Make sure you vote in your primaries. Our primary voting day is August 31st, and the deadline to register is July 30th.
Right.
If you moved here from Puerto Rico or the U.S. Virgin Islands, whether because of Maria or not, you are fully able to register to vote and to vote, so don't pass that up. If you register to vote and you decide to move back, you can move back whenever you want. It will not keep you from doing that, but you have to have a Florida address to register and vote in Florida.
Okay.
Bring your friends.
Okay, well, thank you for the reminder.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
Joy, tell us why you're here today, and what do you hope to accomplish?
Well, to be honest, I'm here because my God told me to be here. I'm here because I am commanded to help out the poor and the sick and the needy, and right now there's a lot of people who claim my God who refuse to do that and instead oppress the needy and the foreigners and the strangers and the poor. Let it be known, the real sin of Sodom was not sex. It was inhospitability? Being inhospitable to the foreigners who dared step in their walls. And they were greedy and unconcerned for any of the poor among them. You remember that.
Oh my God, how are you?
Say it again.
What do you hope will happen?
I hope for a revolution, not necessarily within the secular ranks, but definitely within the spiritual. This country has a sickness in its faith. 80% of evangelicals voted for a tyrant. Unless something changes, they will all bring the rest of the country down.